Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Some great pictures to start Hy-Vee today from the L&M softball parade that happened yesterday in Fruitland, thanks to our friend Tara Riggin, who took a whole bunch of pictures. They started with a parade through Fruitland and ended at that park. I always forget the name of the park. I've been there. I should know it. And also got look at that ride they got from Tantera. So cruising through the streets of Fruitland, police escort, some classic cars, a horse, ambulance in the mix. That's a great shot. Keep it right there for a second. So we'll talk to several members of the L&M Girls Softball Championship team tomorrow morning right here on Hy-Vee Today. That parade, again, looked like it was a good time. And that celebration is going to continue. No slowing down, right? So congrats to the girls once again. I hope you had a good weekend. It was almost a little chilly, dare I say, Saturday. Up until the sun broke through the clouds, it was kind of brisk. We braved the element and went to the pool for a little bit, and it was cold. I mean, I was surprised, and then the sun broke through, and it ended up being in the mid 80s or whatever. But definitely a nice break from the heat. Somebody reminded me Saturday night that, everybody, we were talking about the weather, and they said it can still get hot, and I was like, oh yeah, August can absolutely be sweltering, and don't forget about some of those early September days where it's a little toasty. I would love for that to happen so that we don't just go from summer to winter. I don't want that to happen. I want to have a fall. Right? Have some of those nice fall days. Stretch out fall. And then get to winter. And if winter is mild, I'm fine with that as well. So I hope you had a good weekend. We have another great show today and throughout the course of this week. There's a lot to get to, and a couple things I'll recap at the end of the program, including how I spent part of my Saturday at the Muscatine County Fair. And we'll talk RAGBRAI at the end as well. But I want to start with our first guest, Josh Boyer is here, who is a board member with Muscatine Charities. Because, Josh, coming up very soon, next week, pal, are you ready?
Pressure's on.
For your big events. It's good to see you. Got to do the official
Thank
shake. Thanks for coming on. So Muscatine Charities is a great local organization, Josh, that supports so many different groups throughout Muscatine. I want to start, though, by asking, how long have you been involved and what compelled you to join Muscatine Charities?
Yeah, that's a great start. I believe the charities were started in 1999, and I participated from the very start in the golf event.
Okay.
It was always something we look forward to every year, and it was a big deal, and the best part about the charities was that all the monies raised they would stay local, and so we always guaranteed that everything that we donated or were part of would stay in Muscatine, and that was a big sell for my wife and I at that time, and started by a bunch of the local companies and a group that got together and found a need for that, and very happy that they started it, and they went about 15 years or so. They were ready to pass the torch on to the next group, and rightfully so. So we still have a few members still hanging on there. Taco Tom and John Axel, I believe, are still, and Steve Hutton are some of the originals still, but they're starting to turn over some younger generation, younger blood, and we're just trying to follow in their footsteps, keep up with them, because they raise the bar pretty high. And
some of these events have been almost legendary. I've certainly heard stories over the years of, I'm not a good golfer. I love driving a golf cart, Josh. I don't know if you're a good golfer. I'm terrible. I love being on a golf cart. I'm probably the best golf cart driver in Muscatine. I'll just put it that way.
Perfect.
So I could almost caddy this event if I needed to. Do you play golf?
I do.
Okay.
I do every now and then, and I'm maybe just good enough to be dangerous, but I haven't hit anybody with a golf ball, so I can at least claim that. So
that's always the good sign if you have not hit anyone or anything. We should mention, right?
Yep, totally.
No cars or there's certainly some houses around Geneva. So we're talking Friday, August 3rd. And the golf event is at Geneva, and that kind of kicks things off. Are there still opportunities for folks to sign up to play golf? Do you know?
There are.
Okay.
Easy to sign up. You can go on our website, muscatinecharities.org. A lot of information out there if you need to go there, and give Steve Hutton a call at Geneva there, or any of us board members are there.
Sure.
And definitely we'll squeeze you in. Even if you're a 1, 2, or if you don't have quite a full team, we'll definitely pair you up with different members.
It's all about meeting people. I mean, think about all the friends that you've made over the years that you've been involved, and even if it's somebody's first time coming out, you're going to recognize a lot of faces, and you're going to have a good time. Even for the casual golfer, someone that, you know, I don't even own golf clubs, if I'm being told. That's how I don't. Not that I don't like the game. I never, you know what I mean? I never needed a set of clubs. Maybe I should. It didn't have to be a big and tall set, of course. But so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to play golf, listen. This whole day is about helping local organizations in Muscatine. You can't be called Muscatine Charities if you're not staying in town and making a difference. So you're going to have fun playing golf, but then at night, Josh, and not that the evening program is more significant than the golf, but it is certainly an event that you're looking forward to that is at the new Merrill Hotel and Conference Center. So that's kind of exciting as well. So golf during the day at Geneva on August 3rd, and then everybody will head over to the Merrill. What time is that at? So
it will start at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Cocktail hour starts 5 p.m. at the Merrill on Friday after golf, and we'll get you set up and ready to go. We do have some live and silent auctions ahead of time. Some neat prizes. Daytona 500 package donated again from Musco.
Wow.
And we do definitely have some autographed memorabilia. I've heard a rumor that we have a Joe Wieskamp's Iowa Hawkeyes signed autographed basketball.
That's pretty cool.
And so we're looking forward to having those events and those prizes along.
And that's the thing when I've heard about the Muscatine Charities dinner, and I've always heard that the food is amazing, and the auction items are once in a lifetime experiences, again, which is super cool to have in a small town like Muscatine, to know that, again, this event can do so much good, that companies like Musco will donate experience. I mean, that's what it is. That's an experience, going to the Daytona 500. I mean, certainly you can bid it up and have fun, but if you take that home, that's really great. So throughout the course of the years, you want to be able to have the funds to serve these local organizations, and that's why it's important to have successful events. I mean, that's what it's all about, ultimately, right?
Yep. We definitely stress ourselves pretty heavily every year to make sure this is fun and exciting for everybody. And like you said earlier, we've tried to gear the golf event towards even the non-golfers.
Good.
Because you can come win prizes even if you don't golf. You just got to sign up and buy some tickets. And the neat part is, not just the great golfers are winning, because again, we're trying to give everybody a chance there to win and be part of it. And I'm sure Steve would have a set of golf clubs for you if you want to come out and find you.
That's very,
we may have to piece it together, but we can get you at least close.
Duct tape a couple drivers together, maybe.
Yeah, and back to the prizes and events. And the neat part is, with all the communities or the businesses in town, I mean, whether or not they're sponsoring the event or they're donating gifts, that everybody usually steps up and they do a very good job with it. All sizes and shapes, so we're very appreciative of everybody that helps out and is part of the event one way or another.
Pretty tremendous, again, community this size, to first of all have the business and industry leaders that we have that have thousands of people employed, but then they're so aware of needing to give back.
Yes.
So Muscatine Charities is one example. I mean, you think about all the other charities and organizations and individual causes that get supported. This does not happen in most towns the size of Muscatine. That's just a fact. I mean, that's the reality. You don't have these giant global players like Musco or the Kents of the world or H&I Corporation, and it'd be one thing to have them and them not be hyper involved, but they all are.
They are.
So it never ceases to amaze me. I've only been here 6 years, Josh, and I've had opportunities to leave, and I think, where am I going to go that I'm going to get that type of sense of community?
Right.
I had a chance to go to Milwaukee, and I could have worked with a good friend of mine, but how much of a sense of community am I going to get in a town like Milwaukee? And no offense to Milwaukee, I'm sure it's great, but how could I leave here?
Yeah.
We definitely know how there's this spirit that exists, and sometimes you have to look for it for people that nitpick, but boy, when somebody's in need or the community needs to step up to the plate, it just happens time and time again.
It continues to amaze me, and we definitely we have the corporations, the owners live in town, so they're very supportive of that, and I'm amazed that time and time again the requests that come in, they're due September 1st every year. Those requests that come in, we, as a board member unit, we review all those, and I can't recall any that haven't been filled. The only requirement is you need to be a 501c3, so I hear about a few charities out there, so I try to push for them to get that certification so we're able to donate and pass dollars to them. But definitely looking at Butch Trumbull there, who won the sailing trip in Chicago.
That is so awesome.
Pretty neat little deal there.
So let's go, and there's an event from the past. Let's go to the Muscatine Charities website and look at some of the organizations that you're able to support, again, from great events that are going to be happening next week. Can you believe it?
It's hard to believe.
The clock is ticking. So local recipients,
for me to remember all those.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you to, but look at this. So MCI, Muscatine Charities, helping. Just give me a slow scroll, Ryan Broderson. This list is long. I'm going to grow a beard by the time we're done with all the great support that MCI is able to give. Look at this. This is great. All right, you can go a little bit faster. I don't want the folks at home to think we're falling asleep at the wheel. But look at this. MCSA, MHS Special Ed Work Experience, Muscatine Legal Services. I like that it's in alphabetical order. That's Josh's attention to detail on the website. Keeping it in alphabetical order. Senior Resources, Salvation Army, Shop with the Cops, Special Olympics. So you come out to an event on the 3rd, you have fun, but I promise, even if this is your first time, maybe you're watching this show and you'd never heard of Muscatine Charities and this is the first time you're hearing of it, just by looking at that list and going to muscatinecharities.org. I wasn't kidding. I have a full beard now. Look at this. All the support they're able to give from a group of folks coming together and participating in annual events. But it is no small task. I mean, Josh, even though this has been going on since '99, you mentioned board members kind of getting a rejuvenation to the board. You don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, but it is a lot of work each year to create events that people will want to attend, because that's the thing, right? You can have an annual event, but if attendance starts to dip, then so do the funds that you're able to put back into the community. So I appreciate that self-awareness of the board to not be opposed to suggestions, and that's where you get a Michael Cavanaugh.
Correct.
And by the way, we're going to show you this Michael Cavanaugh. So there's his picture. We're going to go to his website in a second. Michael Cavanaugh is the entertainment for next Friday, August 3rd at the Merrill, handpicked by Billy Joel to star in Billy Joel's musical Moving Out.
That's correct. Very talented. We were very fortunate to grab a hold of him and have him come for the evening and secure all the requirements needed for him. I heard at one point we were almost going to crane in a piano up into the Merrill, up the top to make it happen. Yeah. So we were very fortunate. We didn't have to do that.
Sure.
So we found another option for him that was comparable and worked. So I've seen that show on Broadway, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do we have audio with this right now, guys? Okay. Look on his website, because I definitely want people to hear how he's... Actually, if we go to YouTube, he's got videos. Perfect. So this is Michael Cavanaugh next Friday at the Merrill. Tickets still available?
Tickets still available.
Okay.
Yep. We have company sponsorships. There's tables of 10 available. So you can company sponsor as a corporation if you'd like. Our company, $2,000 for that. And get you 10 seats at the table. Couple hotel rooms at the Merrill. They've graciously thrown those rooms in with that table purchase.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, I need to talk to my boss then.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're sitting here off the air, and I'm attending for the first time, and I'm super excited about it. Okay, I'll stop yapping for a second. Let's listen to Michael Cavanaugh.
I'm Michael Cavanaugh, and I've been performing at corporate and private events for years, and I absolutely love it. 1, 2, 3.
How am I doing? Get in here.
I got my big break when I started on the Broadway smash hit Moving Out. Riding around with the car top down on the radio on. My life really changed after that. Since then, I've released 3 albums of my own and have performed at events all over the world. Here's some fun moments with me and the band. Now I've got to turn loose, kick off the Sunday shoes.
what's incredible about this guy, Josh, is, moving out, I think hit Broadway around 2003,
Yes.
2002, 2003. Michael Cavanaugh has not aged at all.
Doesn't
We're
look
15
like it.
years later, and the guy looks the exact same. And I remember when Moving Out hit Broadway. I didn't get a chance to see it. I know that it toured, and
Yep.
it came to places like the Adler Theater in Davenport. But Moving Out, a Billy Joel song, the song is Moving Out, parentheses, Anthony's song. So as an Anthony, I've always loved that song. So I will make darn sure that Mr. Cavanaugh plays that and dedicates it to me.
Perfect.
And we make direct eye contact the whole time he's doing it. Or maybe I could duet it with him. What do you think about that?
Could be a possibility. I don't know. Maybe
I like that
maybe we
idea.
can make that for a live auction item. I don't know.
And then
I
we
like
could have
this.
people bid to get me to shut up.
Yeah, right.
If you want me to stop singing and Mr. Kavanaugh to take over again,
All right.
we're going to need a couple G's because I am the songbird of my generation. But this is a cat that, again, when Billy Joel, the fact that he and Billy Joel met, his story is so fascinating.
Yep.
He's doing a show, I think it was in Vegas. Billy Joel sees him, comes up and plays with him. And the next thing you know, they're working together. They're going on Broadway. They're having tremendous success, like 1,200 performances, Tony and Grammy Award nominee, and now he's going to be in Muscatine. It's great.
Very excited.
So that's
Very
another
excited.
thing. So this type of entertainment has not been typical with the Muscatine Charities event, correct?
Correct.
I mean, it's
We started last year with the Richie Valens tribute band and had such huge success with that.
Sure.
We thought, where do we go from there?
Yeah.
And luckily, Michael Cavanaugh just popped up, and we were able to secure him. So it was a win-win for us, and very, very fortunate, very happy.
it's
So looking
it's
forward
great.
to
I
it.
mean, people like live music
Yes.
and dancing, right? So at that point, do you know what time he's performing that night?
I do have the list of events here.
Nice.
Looks like he will actually go on at 8:10.
All
We're gonna
right.
Introduce him, and planning on playing at least an hour, and then
Okay.
we'll have pictures after as well. So
Cool.
he'll be around for
A meet and
crowd
greet.
pleasure as well. So yes.
Yeah, I guess if we look, I that's great that you have the schedule. So
Yeah.
let's walk through. So cocktail hour starts at 5.
Yes.
And then from that point, what else can folks expect?
So we have a ballroom opening at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Then we'll have an introduction from our president, John Krieger.
Cool.
With Krieger Auto is our president of the group this year. And then we have a plated meal set to run from 6:15 to 7:15.
Okay.
And very good meal plan there with the double protein, and I'm looking forward to.
You had me at double protein.
That seems to be a seller for.
Yeah,
everybody,
I was gonna
so
say.
we don't want anybody going home hungry.
I got an idea for next year, Josh. Triple protein.
Triple protein.
Yeah.
All right.
3 steaks,
We'll
1
write-
plate. What
we'll
do you
write
think?
that down.
Yeah,
We'll write
well,
that down.
That's the little things.
And
keep
then
going.
7:15 to 7:25, we've got a silent auction, some
Okay.
items there, and then live auction will start at 7:25 to 7:45. So you'll get a chance to bid on all those items, and
Yeah.
then introductions at 8:10.
Oh boy,
So-
it's going to be fun.
We're looking forward to that.
Perhaps the best backdrop for an event of this scale, looking at the beautiful Mississippi River from the brand new Merrill Hotel and Conference Center. It's an incredible space. I'm sure you've been there at this point into
it's
that
fantastic.
conference room,
Yes.
right?
Yep. I'm hoping for a fun, cool day like Saturday was.
Could you imagine? Saturday night I was at the brew listening to live music, and it was like 70 degrees maybe at 10 o'clock at night. It was
It
unbelievable.
was unreal.
Yeah.
It was unreal. We almost had sweatshirt weather. So it's
A
just,
couple people did have sweatshirts. I don't even know where my sweatshirts are at.
Exactly.
At this, you put stuff away. I
Yeah.
don't even know if I have a coat. I couldn't find an umbrella the other day when it was downpouring.
Nope.
I almost had to buy an umbrella, Josh. Can you believe it? I thought I could just borrow one and return it. Turns out you can't do that.
Nope. No givebacks on
All right.
those. So.
Taco Tom would also like us to mention that you can still donate at Muscatine Charities website. Tom's one of those guys that, and there's the Muscatine Charities website, muscatinecharities.org. The sky's the limit, and all proceeds stay local. Tom's one of those guys that I met when I first kind of got to town. What I remind Tom is that, I started my work experience in Muscatine. I worked at Hahn for 6 months downtown in the corporate office, whatever. And one Friday afternoon, they were like, "Hey, Taco John's is catering," and I was like, "Great! This is all I can eat Taco John's. Challenge accepted. And there was Tom, and someone had said in passing, like, yeah, the owner comes out for this stuff, and he's a really cool guy. And he and I just had a very brief conversation. Fast forward, 4 or 5, 6 months when I landed at the radio station and started to work with Tom. He's been very good to me over the years. He put my oldest, and there's Tom right there receiving a much deserved award from Governor Branstad. Tom put my oldest son Henry's face on his digital screen when Hank was maybe a year old, promoting people should listen to me. So he's been almost too good to me over the years. And the crazy thing is that there's probably a couple hundred or 1,000 people in town that could say the same thing.
Totally.
He's just great to everyone.
Yep.
And that's just how he is. Every time I see him, I just want to give him a hug because he's done so much good work. And there's Tom with his son. So I look forward to seeing this group because I know this Muscatine Charities group is comprised of people that genuinely care for this community and that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You talk about the corporation and the leadership. Some of these corporations require their leadership to live in Muscatine. I think that's fabulous.
Yes.
Right? I mean, my thing is when people, first of all, I don't know how you're driving here from the Quad Cities. It's a boring drive. You should just live here if you work here. We've got a lot to offer. I mean, if companies need me to come in and be like, here's why we need you to stay here. But it is important to know that the backbone of Muscatine Charities still exists, but then also bringing in that new generation makes total sense. So at this point, folks, you can learn more at muscatinecharities.org. You can check them out on Facebook. But it's go time. So you need to get signed up to play golf and to come have fun. If you work at a company that wants to get involved, $2,000 for a table of 10 is a great deal. The meal alone will be worth it.
I was going to say, and individual tickets as well. We'll definitely put together. We have tables there, so don't feel like you have to sponsor the whole event. Just feel like you come and want to be part, bring your wife out for a nice event, or if you like golfing, we try to give 2 options this year, and feel free to come and golf and be part of that day. There's some good pictures there. And,
I was going to say, some better golfers than I am, that's for sure.
We're always looking for MCs to MC some of our par 3 holes, so maybe we can get, if Tony doesn't want to play, maybe we can come have him harass some people.
I love that.
He used to always be really good at that. He was always entertaining on every hole.
I could totally
make fun
do
of
that.
all of your shots. So I do miss that a little bit.
If you need someone to ride a golf cart and make fun of people's golf swings in a fun way, to where they don't get angry, I am your guy.
It's hard to get angry that day. We're going to start with Brian Lee's famous breakfast burritos at Geneva, so it's going to be hard to be in a bad mood after that start.
Well, it's all about having fun and helping out good local organizations and causes.
Yes,
and
totally.
I would absolutely be willing, as long as my boss here would allow me to show up and harass people for a good cause. Somebody's got to do it, Josh.
That's right. Somebody has to, and I always appreciate a sidekick. So it's not just me. we can multiply the targets.
Awesome.
So but again, I wanted to throw in to let you know that up to date we've raised over $3 million.
Oh my gosh!
Since '99 for local charities, and I wish we support all the preschoolers in town that aren't able to do that.
Right.
And we're working on trying to compile to see if we can actually find a number of how many preschoolers that's been. Because for whatever reason we didn't track it, and I'd love to go back and see if we could find a number. Because it would be so neat to see that, and we're finding that it's been very beneficial to the community to have that support.
Absolutely.
Number one, first of all, for the kids.
Sure.
And we're also looking on ways, and we're constantly viewing how do we align transportation for some of the kids that can't even get there, and both parents are working and they're struggling trying to get kids to and from school. So that's been our newest challenge that we're just keep trying to get. We're going to get there. We just haven't
very
figured
exciting.
it out yet. So
$3 million since 1999 is no joke. That's a lot of money, and the preschool program that you're talking about. So for folks that, and studies have shown the preschool is so important. So Muscatine Charities has been there to provide that fee, right, to cover the cost of preschool.
Yep.
And it's easily at this point probably over 1,000 or 2 or 3. I mean,
I like to believe so.
Yeah. Well, Tom said he just sent me a text. He's going to count all of them.
He's going to count all of them.
Yeah, he did.
Great.
He did. He's going to count
spare time.
every single. That's right. He's going to count every single one. It's great to see you. I look forward to seeing you on the 3rd.
Appreciate it.
And if I'm able to shake out and get on a golf cart, I will absolutely do that.
Come on over. We'll Facebook Live with you.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah.
Everybody will enjoy that.
I'll have to keep it PG.
Yeah, no problem.
13 on the golf course. But then absolutely looking forward to the event at the Maryland. If you're watching at home, again, muscatinecharities.org. As I said, if you're not familiar with the organization, since 1999, $3 million put back into this community. Mm-hmm. The list is long of the benefactors. Go to the website, muscatinecharities.org, and get ready for a night of fun. And some contact info on the screen. Email, P.O. Box. It's all there. All right. Very good. Let's send Betsy, if we could, to the Toyota Muscatine cart cam. Because today, I don't know if y'all knew this, but today is National Vanilla Ice Cream Day, Betsy. And I'm going to celebrate vicariously through people that can eat ice cream, that aren't on a goofy diet. This diet. You know, I'm sure that there's like healthy ice cream. I don't know. Is that a thing? Ryan Broderson, have you ever heard of healthy ice cream? It never tastes good. That's the thing. Like people talk about, like, oh, you could have some sherbet or sorbet. I'm like, but it's gonna taste. I want chocolate chip cookie dough with whipped cream on it, and I want it to taste awesome. Let's see if Betsy knows where to find. Yeah, frozen ice cream. She knows where she's going. She's acting like she don't know where she's going. I think Betsy's punking me this morning on National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. All right. Well, there's Water Wall, by the way. All right, so she's going to turn eventually. Now, she might be showing us healthy ice cream, and that would be cool because there is healthy ice cream to her right. Okay, so it's right where Betsy just turned in the health market. All that frozen stuff is relatively healthy because it's in the health market. She is making her way to the frozen food department. She's going to turn right here and then a quick left, and we'll show you some vanilla ice cream. You can't miss it. There's a couple of big signs hung up, including one with a cow. Turn left, Betsy, you can do it. Turn. We're all steering her to... Yes! All right, straight ahead is a wall of ice cream. And we'll get her to show us some ice cream on the Toyota Muscatine cart cam in just a moment. I'm telling you what, that Muscatine Charities event is going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to being there. And oh my gosh, you can see right there the Whitey's ice cream cakes. Oh, very, very. That would be a deal breaker for any kind of diet. Whitey's ice cream cake. That churn ice cream, by the way, that's very good, exclusive to Hy-Vee. And then all your favorites are there, from Hy-Vee branded stuff to the Blue Bunny, which is made in Iowa. Churn ice cream is very good. You can see it all. There's so much. There's so much ice cream. It's unbelievable. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I'm getting hungry now looking at all this ice cream. Thank you again. It's great to see you. Please do. Yeah. So good. No, that's great. I love it. That's great. I mean, we have seen every single variety of ice cream that we carry in the store. Look how long it goes. I feel like we're watching a loop, but that's it. That's a lot of ice cream, y'all. So much variety. Even one that's a scream on it. Ooh, clever. And, yeah. All right. So there you go. Celebrate and have some ice cream in my honor. And speaking of the frozen food department, the coolest sale of the summer is Friday and Saturday. 10 cents, $10. And the math from there. Spend 10, get 10, spend 20, get 20, spend 30, get 30, 40, you know, and so on. And then we've got some great deals at the bottom of that ad. This will officially break Tuesday, Wednesday, and then again, the sale is Good Friday and Saturday right here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. So think about that, a frozen food sale. Very clever. Okay, so I don't have any pictures, but on Saturday I drove to West Liberty to the Muscatine County Fair, and I judged the first annual baby contest, and that was a lot of fun. And a couple of things, I was pleasantly surprised at the crowd that turned out for the baby contest, and all of the young people, because I think the youngest competitor was 7 weeks old. But it was interesting. The outfits were super cute, and you know, as I told the crowd, I have a kid on the way in October, a girl. So you know, I could see my wife maybe wanting to put baby girl in the baby contest next year. I don't know. but I've judged a lot of things in my life, and I'm glad that they had me out, and I thank the crew at the Muscatine County Fair for that. This weekend, holy moly, there's a lot going on Saturday. Ragbri. People are on their bicycle right now, at this very moment. Let me see what time it is. Yes, at this very moment, there are thousands of people on their bicycles. They're not really, I mean, they're more like, some of them are doing that real professional cyclist, and then some are probably up here on like a trek. I even know people that have done Ragbri on a unicycle. That's cray-cray. Ragbri is coming to town on Saturday. We have a map for Saturday only that we're going to show you because there are several stops in our area. Check this out. So I'm so happy that they have the maps for each day. So this is the 7th day. They'll go from Iowa City to West Liberty, at Alyssa. They'll come through Moscow. They're going to stop in Wilton, which is super exciting for the town of Wilton. It's happened before. It's never a bad thing when you can have a couple thousand people show up into your town and hang out for a minute. From Wilton, they're going to go down Y14 to F70, F70 on over to Wildcat Den. So if you're just imagine if you happen to be at Wildcat Den on Saturday with the family and you're like, my word, there's a lot of bicycles here. Don't be surprised, it's Ragbri. But you can see people being like, I just came to take pictures of the grist mill. And there were all these bicyclists. I've never seen so much spandex before in my life. We flew in all the way from wherever this accent's from. That's going to happen. People are going to be like, I was just so appalled with the amount of spandex. I ain't never seen anything like that before. All these fancy bicyclists came through, and we were just trying to swim. And by the way, like I'm not gonna personally ever go swimming at Wildcat Den, and I'm not gonna begrudge you if you do. But is it designed for swimming? I don't know. People go under the waterfall thing. Again, it's not for me. I feel like a fish would hit me in the head. I don't want that to happen. Or debris. Does debris ever come over the waterfall thing? I mean, do they say to not swim there? Does anybody know? Have you ever thought about that? Debris could fly over the waterfall. Betsy's a Wildcat Den swimmer. Oh, no, I'm not repeating what she just said. Basically, she found Bambi. In the water? Okay, that's reason enough to not go in the water ever. I don't want any dead baby deer guts on me. Now, I've done that thing where you, like, walk across the bridge and then you kind of, like, climb down. And by the way, why don't they just put stairs in? Instead of having to go down, like, these treacherous paths, everybody goes down there. Why not just put stairs in? So let's go back to the Ragbri map for a second. So Wildcat Den State Park, they'll stop in Mount Pilea. And then, are they going on 61 from Bluegrass to Davenport? So listen to this. Ragbri ends in Davenport, and this Saturday is also the Bix. So once again, if you have plans like, oh, we're just going to go to downtown Davenport to see what's going on, don't be surprised when there's, I don't know how many thousand people do the Bix, a lot, several, many, and then Ragbri, because we know this because 2 years ago, remember, it ended in Muscatine. It was great. I was right there. I had such a good time. Just don't plan on staying in a hotel in Davenport this weekend. You're not going to be able to find one. So that's really exciting, especially, for folks in Wilton to have them come through and stop, pop the kickstand down. I'm sure the Candy Kitchen will be busy. Isn't the Candy Kitchen great, by the way? Has everybody on the show been to the Wilton Candy Kitchen before? Betsy has not. She hates candy and kitchens. Well, Betsy, you should go there. They have, like, old-fashioned ice cream. It's really cool. I had you at ice cream, didn't I? Yeah. So that'll be fun for everybody in Wilton. A couple other things I want to mention. Harry Potter trivia is tonight in the Market Grill Express. I have not read a book nor seen any of the movies, but somehow I'm qualified to host. But here's what I'll tell you. I did buy a lot of stuff on Amazon for this evening. So if you're coming to Harry Potter Trivia, you'll leave with either Harry Potter glasses or wands. And we're also giving away screeching owls. So check that out. Last count, there were like 40 reservations, including a table, and I don't want to misspeak here, but I believe Muscatine Mayor Diana Broderson will be playing Harry Potter trivia tonight. And that'll be cool. So 40 people. I don't know I got the questions. I think I know what I'm doing. I'm going to mispronounce stuff on accident. Hermione. Is that how you say her name? Hermione. Betsy's more of a Lord of the Rings expert. I don't know if Professor Snape that was here that one day is going to be there, but that would be pretty cool if he came out. Also this week on Wednesday is Chef Tess's keto cooking class. That's sold out, so thank you for everybody that's bought a ticket. We're ready to go with keto cooking, and then we'll probably do it again in August. Just a heads up on that. A lot of fun hand gestures this morning. Last but not least, a picture from the L&M FFA. So this is from the Louisa County Fair, which concluded this weekend. And that right there is L&M FFA receiving a $4,000 donation thanks to Monsanto. You can see in the middle, that is Sean Schrader, the Monsanto plant manager. Super nice guy, by the way. He'll be on this show soon. Sean, I like Sean an awful lot. And you talk about local companies that care. 4 G's going to L&M FFA, and that'll be able to help out all those kids and all the great work that they do. I noticed that one girl has flip-flops on in the show ring. She brave. So that's pretty cool to know that Monsanto cares like that. Thank you for watching Hy-Vee Today. We do this show Monday through Friday starting at 8:30 a.m. from inside Hy-Vee. You can see people walking behind me right now. I think that's San Juanita walking behind me. If you ever want to be a guest on the show or know someone that we should talk to, I'll tell you what, an example of that is Muscatine Charities. That's a great local organization that's made a big difference. And certainly I see Tom, Taco Tom, in the store a lot, and we had a brief conversation, sent him a text, and Josh Boyer came on the show. So that's what I'm saying. It's really that easy, but I don't assume to know everything. So if you know somebody that's doing good work, whether it be an individual or a local organization, please let me know. Use that email address. And speaking of good work and getting people to good work, boom, Team Staffing. They're staying open, having a job fair on Saturday. They're also staying open this week, 7 to 7, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Saturday, from 9 to noon, they'll be there. And a blood drive from 10 to 12. A couple opportunities to give blood this week, y'all. Certainly at Team Staffing's event on Saturday. I believe Toyota Muscatine is also having a blood drive tomorrow. And then on Thursday, that's the big blood drive right next door. It's kind of that way. 2 doors down at the Muscatine Donation Center for the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center. You say that 3 times fast. Whew, that's a lot to say. Hello, Abby, watching on Facebook. I just saw you say hello. Hello, Debbie. If you're still out there, how you doing? So give blood if you can. Good opportunities to do so. Also celebrate National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Betsy showed you every single ice cream that we have in the store. Every single variety. And I would like to leave you with some pictures from the L&M Falcon softball parade, if we could. What do you think? Before we do that, though, let me cut to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, because there's a great shot with donuts in it. And those donuts make me hungry. So our friends at CBI Bank and Trust have a super bank. Look at that. Little Debbie mini frosted donuts. You grab a bag of those and a little thing of milk and you're having a party. I'm telling you. Back before I started my diet that I talk a lot about, I would not be opposed to getting a bag of those. And see, this is what would happen in my house. We'd have something like that. And I would sit down and knock out half the bag, and then my wife would be like, "Where'd the donuts go?" And I'm like, "Well, you're not supposed to have just one, right?" No, they're so small. They're like this big. They're not big donuts. You're not going to have one of them. This is America. I kind of just have one little Debbie. I'm not a quitter. What? Not anymore, though. I better get a 6-pack, or none of this is worth it. Working in a grocery store and being on a diet is tough, especially when there's a bakery right there, right where that lady is. Kind of look right there. Hold on. Let's see if I can. There you go. Right in that quadrant right there. right there, where they're baking stuff all day and it just smells amazing. Okay, let's wrap up with some pictures from the L&M Falcons parade, and we'll chat with some of those softball players tomorrow right here. And I hope that they bring the trophy. I asked for the trophy. I don't know if it's a thing. There it is right there if they can bring it. But we'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Josh Boyer with Muscatine Charities. And thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine, and team staffing. L&M softball state champs, a parade that happened yesterday. Very deserving. Look at how happy Tom Wilson is in that picture. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday. Watch the replay, MPW, Channel 5, 7:30 and 10:30. Thanks to Remax.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions? Comments? Know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.